Okay, finally started. Alright, let's see how well this will go. How many idiot viewers are we gonna get today? Especially given nobody seems to read the description anymore. Let me share this. Make sure I close Discord, because I don't like getting notification sounds. Oh, that was quick. Howdy, nuclear armament. Still haven't fixed the VX1000, but minimum priority at the moment. My headphones. But this is basically just gonna be transplanting the lens barrel from the spare one that's horribly beat up. It still has a good barrel. Also, I think this camera is developing a bit of a chromatic aberration issue, or I'm not sure, because the outer edges here seem to be blurrier than the center. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if it was already like that before when this was still new. Or as in I got it new from the surplus. We got loops here. How do you loop? Another round of I also wonder if they actually degrade, because the one on what happened with mine is as if they went as if the lenses went out of alignment or something, because I can't focus at all. And the way how the focus shift behaves is weird now, so I cannot focus at all. How the game blah 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 blah. The VX1000, I guess you can tell from that libretto video I made. That was the last video I made that uses the VX1000. Yeah. I'm pretty certain we have at least more than three viewers here, but I don't know. Figures here are probably inaccurate. Setup's already working right off the bat, so I'm just gonna wait for people to come over and ramble on a few things before I actually start. I'll have to see. I get to see what it actually looks like in person once I take apart the VX1000. I also need to. I believe I also need to lubricate the tape mechanism, because it's also a bit iffy now since it was last used. I'm not sure what lubricants best used for like tape mechanism. I think I cannot use like swing machine oil because it's too thick. It should be that clear one. It's used for like fine electronics, like, or even watches. Oh, also, by the way, High Treason's having issues with his JVC GY HM170, because its CMOS sensor is getting dim on him. And how old is that camera now? I think it's 2 years old since he bought it. It's really a shame it's deteriorating like that. So I never thought CCD sensors would fail. No, not CCD, CMOS sensors could fail, especially that soon. Yeah. Now it's a HM170. It's a 4K capable camcorder. My preview is a bit stuttery. Yeah. Why is my preview a bit slow? Oh no, the upload rate is a bit shite. Ah, great. This is gonna be a bit of a stutter fest of a stream, I'm afraid. Luvo SM, I've never seen you here before. What is it? I hope it's not a dumb question. Well, any question can be dumb if you think about it. Anyway, just ask away. Let's see if I could answer it. Bitrate issues. What? YouTube thinks 7.5 megabits per second is too high already. That's amazing. Okay, on with Mario 64.
It's me, Mario!
Bring this up. Make sure the level is good. Game level was a bit too loud last time, so I'm gonna turn it down a bit. Put it on 10. Mario's gone weird cause he's getting nothing out of the princess. Ah, CCPSX, that's the... Remember how to use it, so ask away. What's your issue with it? I haven't used CCPSX in a long time because I've been using PS Noob SDK for PS1 stuff. I don't know. Just ask what's your issue with the C compiler. It's no different to GNU GCC 6.8.1, I think that they use. See, the MIPS optimizer is probably not as good yet. Oh yeah, Betacam. I still find it funny how while Betamax failed in the consumer space, it thrived in the broadcast sector. I guess that also goes to show that older stuff was better. Should we do the invisible cap first? So I gotta drain the castle. Evil hacksaws. Ah, howdy hacksaws. I haven't worked much on PS Noob SDK apart from fixing some type defs to make it less annoying to port for the GPU int in the first place. Unsigned long int in the first place instead of long. It was because I thought modern GCC thinks it. So I'm changing it annoying, especially if you're variable types to adapt it to each other's SDK. I remember being able to wall jump here and getting the coin under the bridge. There we go. Ah, that's weird. Ah, wait. Can you in this I think it's CPS PSSN bin directory? Check your path environment variable if that's reference. If you're just getting like command that we rejected already. You're supposed to get all the red stars, red coins. It's something you don't really see in the late. That was only in this game, I think, that mechanic. In the later games, I think Sunshine, it just gives you an air meter. Oh, the Princess's Secret Slit music. Oddly, some people find PS Noob SDK easier to use, even though it's not as complete yet. I'll check on the messages in a moment. Concentrated. Yeah, it's a bit weird how I tend to not control Mario Sunshine very well, but I can control this very well for some reason. I still haven't gotten fully used to Sunshine's controls yet. Alright. Seems this is an interesting thing. This blend mode. Notice how it's still fuzzy, animating even when I pause it. That's a unique blend mode to the N64. It's sort of like a noise blending. In emulators that appears as full transparency. I always find that rather odd. Fuck that.
Here we go!
Yeah, I'm having bandwidth issues, I'm afraid. I can't do anything about that. I think everyone's getting stutters, I'm afraid. ISP here is a bit shit lately. Seems nothing I can do, sadly. There's no alternative I can switch over. I could try reducing the bit rate, I'll try making it half. It'll look like shit, but there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, it sometimes dips below. Make it 5. That's already way below the recommended. But we might get better, more consistent streaming. But the quality will suffer. I cannot change resolution, sadly. Okay, next to the haunted house. Just check the environment variables. I'll turn down my mic volume, but I think the camera is already normalized, adjusting its own gain automatically. Basically, adjust the, I don't know, check your path environment variable. Make sure that the CPS or PsyQ, then PSX, PSSN, then bin directories or something like this. Or try and, well, that almost ended in disaster. I'm assuming you're using the old PsyQ dump, so enter the following. There, that should register the path environment. You can edit the path environment, the environment variable automatically. I don't know, you can edit it in the system properties, and I think it's in the advanced tab. I can't double check because I'm not running Windows on my workstation. I'm running Unix. Is it better now? Is there less stutters once I drop the bitrate to 5 megabit? In Mario 64 DS, they put a dumb little space up there. Ow. They put a space there where you find a rabbit. And then over here, they put an extra level and then an entrance hole to an extra level. But it's blocked by a black brick block, which only Wario can break. Oh, my favorite level. I always figured this was a school level, a school of some sort. Oh, frame rate chug. Yeah, because we're playing the Japanese version. Oh, my favorite thing. I always found that funny as a kid. It did not scare me. Maybe because I like jank noises from the piano. You can kill these, I think. I don't remember. I think I'm confusing it with a book. Which you can kill by jumping. What scared me in this game is the giant fish in Tiny Huge Island. That's what scared me. I'm out of baby oil to lubricate this controller. To lubricate the stick of this. And I know that can be taken out of context. I get what you mean. Stupid DX7. I actually had one viewer of my CZ5000 streams. Are you using the Programmer's Tools SDK CD or the PsyQ dump? If it's from the CD, it's stored in it's the toolchain executables are in, I think, GNU. You copy that to the PSSN bin directory. If it's the CD version that you use. But I generally recommend that version because it's cleaner. has some tools not present in the dump, so you have to mix and match a couple of things. Wait, I just noticed something. I thought there's a texture alignment issue.
Here we go!
No, just the. I don't know. Maybe it's a problem with the. Make sure, did you double check that there's a semicolon that separates the paths in the path environment? Because the paths have to be separated by a semicolon. Kenzie Capture. I think I haven't seen you here before. I wouldn't mind streaming it, but I have no way to capture from my i5 games computer yet. And I don't think shelves. Oh, why not I try cheating it? Which they've actually fixed in the DS version. This one. In the DS version, they put a glass wall on there. Cheating bastards. DS version is quite clunky to control because the DS doesn't have a analog stick. There's a minimum speed of when you can do that. Disposable. I can acknowledge that disposable account users. One of my ideas I had for my custom crappy forum system that I was going to implement on my website, it would have a pretty powerful filter against generic usernames. But yeah, I beat it. Fuck you, game. I guess that explains why you have a disposable account. Just cowards. I haven't used my H2000 in a very long time, by the way. I hope my old video of it helps with getting yours set up. It's so hard to act like a dick to people for some reason, even though I really want to. Anyway, I'll just live with it. Is it the merry-go-round downstairs that is the second step? I'm actually intent on getting PS2 SDK to work with the H2000, but the protocol hasn't been figured out yet. DICE. And it communicates with SCSI Patchal development system that a lot of development devices work with SCSI as well. Like look at one of the SN development tools for Mega Drive that uses SCSI to talk to the host computer. USB of the 80s and 90s, really. USB.
Here we go!
You can use any setup with 2 ISA slots. I think you can even use those. I believe you can even use those industrial boards that have ISA slots with the DTL-H2000, which I've heard some are interested in doing, but could not because the boards themselves are quite expensive. I find the fact that there's a merry-go-round in this level to be a bit weird. I mean, there are parts here that make me think it's a school. The merry-go-round in the basement. And before, as a kid, I thought the operation would have reached that platform up there with the box. I think this is where I also do the... I forgot how I got up there before. I remember getting up here, players, I suppose. Did yours come with the riser board? With that ISA riser board? Mine I had to buy the ISA kit. Which there were a bunch of new unsold stock for sale at the time on eBay. One of the first items I bought from the US. At the time my dad was already purchasing stuff from the US already. Because there was already a proxy service you can use to help reduce the shipping cost considerably. Learn notes in my head. Just basically trying to make basically 3 beats. God, I'm just getting really fuzzy with those with the grating. There's an element, there's a certain element of dynamic music in this game, like certain layers get played and faded out. Yeah, that's right. The one for my HP Vectra is super expensive though, and it's not very common apparently. I'd rather use the Vectra as my development system because it has AGP. It still has the stupid Intel 810 set of chips, but at least it has AGP. Instead of being stuck on PCI, you can't disable the onboard video, which causes other video cards to go empty. I have ATI Radeon 7000, my GX 110. I originally had that system on 512 meg of SD RAM, but one of the sticks died, and then I tried to get another stick, 256 meg stick, and that turned up dead on arrival. What a fucking rip-off. I know I think it had to be like PC 133 because it's a 133 megahertz FSP system because it has a Pentium 933. Dell Box 360s. We still have loads of those Dell Box 360s at work. I'm talking about the GX 280s, those smokes that me, it will never work. I still remember footage of the Chaos Edition ROM hack of this, where they just started chasing you at random, and other weird things going on. It's kind of like a con job, but even more chaotic. Speaking of, the con job hard drive I've ordered has arrived in my proxy, or my dad's proxy rather. I hope I don't get conned by it, or I'll be pissed. It was one of the cheapest drives I could find. So I better hope I don't get conned by it.
Here we go!
It's expensive because you know the retro gaming crowd want to use like Clavis Ultra Wanks, and the PCI is not a problem to them because they want to put like 30FX Voodoo cards on there, which are mostly PC. And stuff it, though they tend to prefer stuffing it into like dual or even quad Pentium workstations. Put Windows ME on there where the SMP capability is never used. This happens sometimes. I always find the collision on these coffins to be a bit weird. The psychopath. I think it's like there's another path environment variable you need to specify. I'm trying to remember what it is. I forget what the name of the variable is, but it had to point to the CPS PsyQ PSX. I know. It had to point to C PsyQ PSX PS. C PsyQ PSSN bin because it's looking for that PsyQ.ini file, and you need to It's PsyQ path. You try setting a variable name called PsyQ underscore path, all uppercase. And then set the value to the same directory, to that same path to that bin directory. See if that'll work. I'm not even joking, my memory on the PsyQ SDK is a bit fuzzy because I haven't used it in a long time. Oh, that's weird. Almost everyone, I guess it makes sense. I guess that makes sense. Almost everyone has Mario 64, but not all. But I thought every N64 sold comes with a copy of Mario 64 invariably.
Here we go!
Something like. Okay, I'll type it up for you. So I think it's like SN path. If that doesn't work, try. I think that's the one. I think it's really SN path. It would be funny if the ghost kept going towards Mario while the menu is still active. I find it amusing that in Haunting Ground, when you interact with a sign or an object, and then you're being chased by a luminescent, it would stop. It would pause for a moment when you read it. When you analyze something. I always find that pretty amusing for some reason. For a long time, I've never been to the attic area of this level because I have not figured out how to do the triple jump. I think you need, I usually use the wall jump. I know you could use the wall jump on this, but it's really tricky. But somersault doesn't. I don't know. I think it was like that. Okay, I got it. I think it's the big eyeball I need to tackle. I think the eyeballs actually keep me the creeps for a time because at night I tend to think, oh, there might be an eyeball hiding there in the dark corner. Oh, why did I collect those coins? I'm supposed to go to the eyeball. I already did the 100 coin star. No, this is the Japanese version I'm playing, and in the English version, they give you instructions on how to perform certain moves. But since this is the Japanese version, which I can't read the text of, it's no wonder I didn't figure them out. But I did figure them. I figured out all the moves by accident. The wall jump. Come on, follow me, you big eye. I still kind of can't get over with how Zelda games always have a lot of. They always have a lot of eye mutilation for some reason, like the eye switches, the bosses where you have to shoot the eye, things like that. I'm being squinty-eyed again. Well, I guess it figures because I'm Asian. Discord's well and truly closed, so now for a big boot. Yeah, frame rate drop. I think the right is now turning a bit soft, a bit weak on my pad. That's wonderful. I have to start pressing to make it spot fully. I think I was the only one who got up to this. The only one in my family who got up to this section. And I was also the only one to discover the level where that snow level with the giant snowman. So to put up with the challenges was proper. Based on it's flute-like, figured out that there's actually some for messing around. Like, if well, I think it was this really for a skirt. Let's just see how badly I perform. Find it. I've always let's play where he kept dying. Vulture. Those suck holes as this the flipping blocks. No point doing the one. I've done this level. How frequent the fourth pillar, the vulture is gonna. It apparently doubles damage. Sometimes you could get the on a. That's the sound of the sand. Or the volume levels. Quarter and this is I have to digits, I'm afraid. It's really bad. It's slower than from my preview. No point talking because so slow. Really bad. I don't want to on there anymore, but others. Performance of 5. Oh well, never mind.